Okay, so I think the beginning game right here, like right over here, this beginning part, right? I should have at least like stop myself like right there, like when we spawn, and like paint that behind area to get cooler early, because like I think like in this game we get cooler like really slowly because I'm already in mid. I'm not really like painting around. I definitely should be painting that left island to get cooler, because by this time right now we should have cooler, which I'm 59% to it now. And then we get that one pick, which was nice, and then I overextend a fight over there, which is bad on my part. Like that part right there was bad for me. Okay, right now we're living. That's unfortunate that that happened. Pick fight with the zap and then I die. I don't think that was worth it, honestly. And then X-Men jumps back, which is good. So now I start pinning for cooler now. Yeah, I think like when I'm playing and try for us, I think like what I should do is just like paint behind us and then on the sides. And then what Josh can do is he could paint the right side, while if X-Men and Timmy want to already go into mid, like that is fine, because me and Josh will be in the back getting our resources. And then when we have those resources, we can start our early opening game. Because honestly, like this opener is pretty like weak by our standards. Like it's really weak. So like I think we should have cooler early. Like I think like in this part area right here, I'll show you what I mean. Like here, like I should be painting behind us, right? Josh should be painting the right side, right? And then X-Men and Timmy should be already in mid, right? We shouldn't all be like blitzing into mid without any sort of resources to gain, right? Because I think it's fine if the enemy team gets a hold of mid for a little bit and then we all come in with our specials and resources. Because like if we had like two specials here, we already have cooler, which they have their coolers, but we don't. So this is already going to be tricky. And then I pick a bad fight over there and I die with almost having cooler. So that forces Josh and Timmy to play a little bit back, kind of. And then Josh just dies right there. And then now we're stuck in a 3v2 situation. I die, and then now it's a 2v2. But you both jump out, which is good. Let me fast forward this. I don't know why I'm looking at everyone. We finally get our cooler, which is good. And then we jet left side. I think like when you're jetting, Timmy, I think like what you should do is you should jet a little bit further and not too up close, because I think like your jet spacing is off here. Because like realistically speaking, right, if you have jet, right, and you pop it like I would say like right exactly where you're at right now, and like you don't have to be that close to them. You could just be firing it from like a little bit further, because the Stamper was able to pick you off there. And then I just went right because I found an opportunity to go right. I try to rush the ball point, and then that does work. And then this is where we started to get our offense up. I think here, Timmy should be playing left. I think Timmy should be playing left. X-Men should probably be playing left too, and then me and Josh could cover right, because I feel like because they're not gonna drop on me when I'm playing try on ledge, or like any team's not gonna drop on me when I play try on ledge. It's going to be much more beneficial if we do that. Unfortunately, you die there, Timmy, which is unfortunate. And then I die there because I misplaced myself. And then X-Men dies, and then we all come back because they were too slow on this. I think here was just a little bit of a misplay by our part. This is a mistake, a positional mistake, because like all of us right here, we're not taking the positions we should be, because like Timmy's on right islands, trying to challenge the ball point, which I don't think it's worth it. I think like Timmy, you could be poking from like near where their plat is, and like just poke there, because you don't have to put yourself in that bad situation, because like you put yourself in that bad situation and he outranges you, and then the moment he outranged you, you die. And then X-Men's on their plat, and then now I'm trying to move in, which this is bad on my part. I probably should have not done that. And then X-Men's on left, and then he dies. I think we could have played that way better and just wait for them to come towards us, because like their only real resource they had to really get back in was Jet at the time, and then they popped Crab after, which they burned 2 specials. Okay, X-Men, you're playing right, that's fine. I think like when you're playing right here with Tent, like, I think you should use your Tent shield as, like, more so of a bait rather than just always going in with it. Because I feel like here, like, you could drop here, launch your tent shield, but like not even really like go in with it, if you know what I mean. Like probably just like make them think that you're in the tent shield, and then just like at least wait for us to come back, because like that was kind of like a really risky play where you're in a 1v3, you throw down your tent shield, and then now you have 3 people looking at your tent shield. Because I know like tent is really strong at drawing attention, but no one's there to really benefit of you drawing attention. And I know we're playing poking phase. Nice. And this is the part we talked about after the scrim, when it was like the 3 special burn. Like here, like we did not need to burn 3 specials, and that's probably because of miscommunication right here, right? Because we had Crab, we had Jet, and we had Zuka, right? So I think would have been the better play right here, right? Is 2 of us go left instead of going right, which I called right, which was a kind like, because like 2 of them on left, 2 of them on right, and we pop Crab on the right side. I die. And then X-Men, you pop Zuka, and then we pop Jet at the same time. That's a really bad thing, because now we're just burning all our resources that we don't have for holds or any sort of thing. And so now we have none of those specials for holds, none of those for retake, and now we're going to be struggling. Because at this point right now, we're just kind of like feeding. We're not really playing like what our comp is. Because like, again, we're playing a comp that has a lot of chip, and we should be at least like trying to poke at them, chip at them, and not really like just drop in and just like take unnecessarily like clueless fights, because I did that sometimes at the beginning of the game. And so that's why I decided to shift my playstyle. I think like what we need to do is that we need to move in together, or like take a side that the enemy is not playing on, because like in that scenario they had 2 left and 2 right? And I think what would have been better is that if we eliminate the 2 that's on right, then we can all move in on right side, and then we can like pincer on left. That was a good Zuka. That was a good Zuka. All right, now we're just painting up here, because we don't want to be really risky right here, right now. Me and X-Men, not me and X-Men, me and Timmy are playing right island. Please die again, bad positioning. And then they all bum rush right. So they all bum rush right, and I'm just like thinking to myself, like, okay, I gotta get out, I gotta save myself, right? But then I died because I tried fighting that, which is unfortunate. I shouldn't have done that. Like right here, they're just burning like every single resources. Like if you notice, like every time they are on defense, they just burnt like Jet, they burnt Crab, they burnt Zip. Like they all just burn every single special on retake. And so the way we do that is that we just anticipate it, and then like we just wait for them to burn their resources, and we live their resources, right? Because their resource output is worse than ours. Because like when you realize the fact that an enemy team has to waste all their specials in one situation that is bad for them, then they need to then we need to just wait out their specials, and then we hold our specials, and then when their specials are done, we go back in. Like right here, this is good right here. Like me and X-Men are playing right, Josh playing left. Timmy, you should be probably poking at legends and stuff like that, not like too far back. I feel like if you're too far back, you're kind of giving like a little bit more space than you should be. This jet is really wonky. I think, Timmy, you should work on your jets. Like your jets are kind of like, you pop them in like scenarios that aren't really beneficial. You should pop them in scenarios where you think it's going to benefit your team, or you're going to be able to hold ground. So like ideally, to give you an idea, because I'm going to show you exactly what you should have popped Jet. What you should have popped Jet was, well, I can't really show you because I don't have my mouse cursor on this thing. So we're all playing right. That's my mistake for going in like that. I admit to that. X-Men's playing right islands. And then Timmy, I think what you should have done is, when me and X-Men are playing this right side, right, and Josh playing left, right, I think what you should have done was be a little bit up front, and then wait till like all like probably like the what's it called, the sword respawns, or like the whole plane has Jet, and then Jet him, because he's been playing top right the entire game. The entire game they've been relying on their ballpoint to get Jet, like playing on top right? So if you know that, you can displace them and delay his push, or delay his Jet, so that way you're able to make it so that they don't have that much time to like go in and hold, you know, that, because like this whole game they've just been using Jet to get back in. Like the moment that Sencom popped Jet, they all just ran in. And Stamper's on looking right here, and this is good survivability on my part. I didn't think he would actually like back off and not just rush me, because like he could have just rushed me there. And then look at how we're all playing this one side right here. Like, this is good right here. Like, we're playing this one side right here. We're not really taking solo fights. We're all playing together. Like, this is what we should be doing more when it comes to, like, any sort of, like, game mode. Especially zones. Because in zones like that, surviving is more important. Right here, I took this fight because I'm more confident in the fact that I can take this 2v1. Because the moment that I swam on the right side, I already had someone supporting me right here. Where it was... Let's see. Because I'm going to fast forward this. We're all playing left side of mid. We're playing left mid. They pop Zip. We don't even acknowledge the fact that the Zip is there because he's not doing anything. Josh rotates right, but then he comes back. And then I rotate right. And then when I rotate right, I have Josh in the back of me because the duelist is behind me. And then I pick off the two most important players being their cooler and their jet. Because, like, if we know that that's their only real way of getting back in, or that's what's going to allow them to play the game, we just eliminate those two members. And the reason why I wasn't worried about the dualies really primarily is because like he wasn't really that important. Like he's not that important to me to the point where I had to look at him, right? I'm just good at the fact that like I could trust the fact that someone is going to cover me while I go and get these 2 picks, because that's when I try to play aggressive, because I'm going to be trying to play more support aggressive try with this comp, because this comp is really chip based, but like there's also moments where like I can move in and I can like start fights or I could cause chaos. And something else that we should be start doing too is when X-Men launches his shield, primarily either me or Josh or Timmy, who's playing Viper, or Gav or QB when you guys play this comp when I'm on break or something like that, and it's a different weapon. I think like whoever is the other frontline or like whoever the other aggressive player should be like going around playing with the tent shield, or like make it so like X-Men just like you can shield, like X-Men can shield you and then you'll be able to move in. Because right here I didn't even use the tent shield really, because I could have used that tent shield and moved in way earlier than this, because I would kind of responded slow to that, and then I killed the other two, and then that's game because they can't get back in. So I think like primarily that game, it was just like a bunch of weird mistakes that we were making. Like we weren't really having special for holds. That one mistake where we burnt 3 specials on defense. We never want to have that. We never want to burn 3 specials on defense, because then we're not going to have enough resources. And I think just overall like positionings, like we should understand like where should we be positioning on holds and we should be positioning on defense.